Good morning, everyone. Now, the next part of the lesson, solid state, is crystal lattice. Crystal lattice, also known as the space lattice and unit cell. Now, this is the next topic. So the crystalline solids, we have already discussed the topic crystalline solid. The crystalline solid have definite orderly arrangement of their constituent particle in 3 dimension, and the position of these particle in a crystal relative to one another are usually shown by the points, and the arrangement of infinite set of these points are called space lattice. Space lattice means these are the points because we show the constituent particle with the help of the points, and the arrangement of these points is known as the space lattice. The position which are occupied by the atoms, ion or molecule in a crystal lattice are known as the lattice point, or it is also called the lattice site. So to understand space lattice, let us first learn about the two-dimensional lattice and then the three-dimensional lattice. So next heading is two-dimensional lattice. Two-dimensional lattice. So a two-dimensional lattice is a regular arrangement of constituent particle in a plane. For example, this is a plane and this is a regular arrangement. This is a regular arrangement of the constituent particle. So such structure or such arrangement is known as the two-dimensional lattice. And there are 5 types of two-dimensional lattice. These are square. For example, this is a square. How is it possible? Yes, this is a square lattice. This is a square. Same as that, there is a rectangular, parallelogram, rhombic and the hexagonal lattice. So these differ in symmetry of the arrangement of point. The hexagonal lattice has the most symmetrical arrangement of point, while the parallelogram lattice has the least symmetrical arrangement of the point. And because of the regular repeating arrangement of point in the two-dimensional lattice, we need only to describe a small part, because this is the shape is this is extended to this direction, this direction, this direction, but we have only keep in mind that we have taken a small area. So this is a square two-dimensional lattice. Now for example, we select 4 points in the two-dimensional lattice and connect them to the each in such a way to form a parallelogram. That type of a lattice is known as the parallelogram two-dimensional lattice. And this small part is known as the unit cell. This is a case of a square two-dimensional lattice. Now let us take the another case. For example, we have a rectangular lattice. For example, this is a rectangular lattice. Now this one. Now this is a rectangular lattice. So this is a rectangular lattice, and this small part which we keep with the help of the line. So this is a unit cell. This is extended here, this is extended here, because these are the three-dimensional structure or two-dimensional structure. But this small part or this small part, these two small parts are known as the unit cell. Thus the unit cell give the shape of the entire lattice. And however, it may be noted that for any given lattice, the unit cell may be chosen in the many different way, and this is because the lattice contain a very large number of atom and the numerous identical point may be found. So such a structure, such a small structure is known as the unit cell. So a unit cell, it is a square, it may be rectangular, it may be parallelogram, it may be rectangular with interior point, it may be rhombus with the angle of 60 degree. Now the next part is three-dimensional lattice. Three-dimensional lattice. Now a lattice is said to be three-dimensional if there is a regular arrangement of constituent particle or a crystalline solid in three-dimensional space. If we are using the three-dimensional space word, that will be a three-dimensional lattice. Now the next topic is which we have already discussed. This is the unit cell. Now next is the types of unit cell. This is our new topic, types of unit cell. So there are basically two type of unit cell constituting different crystal system. The first one is the primitive. The first one is called the primitive unit cell, and the second one is termed as the non-primitive unit cell. The first one is the primitive unit cell and the another one is the non-primitive unit cell. So the primitive means these are unit cell which have points. Here the another meaning of a point is particle only at the corner, which have points or the particle only at the corner, and these are also known as simple unit cell. These are also called simple unit cell. And in case of the non-primitive unit cell, it means the particle are present at the corner. These are the corners. These are the corners. These are the corners. So this one, these are the corner. If the points, these are called the points, these are also called the particle. If the point or particle are only at the corner, that type of a unit cell is known as the primitive unit cell. In case of a non-primitive unit cell, means the points are present at the corner as well as inside the unit cell. Such type of unit cell is known as the non-primitive unit cell. Now the non-primitive unit cell is further classified into three categories. The first one is face-centered unit cell. The second one is body-centered unit cell, and the third point is end-centered unit cell. So these are the three categories of the unit cell: non-primitive unit cell, face-centered, body-centered, and end-centered. So the first one is the face-centered. Face-centered, it is clear from the name, in which the points are present at the corner as well as at the center of the face, as well as at the center of the face. So such type of a unit cell is known as the face-centered unit cell. Body-centered unit cell means in which the points are present at the corner as well as at the body center of the unit cell. And the third one is the end-centered unit cell, means the points are present at all the corner and at center of two opposite side. These are the opposite side. This one is the opposite side and this one is the opposite side. This one is the opposite side and this one. So the particles are present at the corner as well as at the opposite side of the unit cell. So non-primitive unit cell is classified into the three category on the basis of the arrangement of the particle at the corner as well as inside the cell. Now the next heading is number of atoms in the unit cell. This is the next heading, number of atom in the unit cell. We know that any crystal lattice is made up of a large number of unit cell and every lattice point is occupied by the constituent particle. Now let us count how many particles are present in a unit cell. So first of all, let us take the first one. That is, the first one is the primitive unit cell. The primitive unit cell is also known as the simple unit cell. So in this we have already discussed the particle or the points are only present, or constituent particle. Here the meaning of the particle is the constituent particle. It means the constituent particle are only present at the corner. They are not present inside the unit cell. They are present only at the corner of the unit cell. So in this unit cell, the points are present at the corner of a cube. So it is clear that the atom present each corner contribute 1/8 to the cube. For example, this is the structure. This is the cubic structure. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is the type of a primitive unit cell. And now look at the each corner, because each corner this particle is surrounded by other particle. This one is because this is a three-dimensional structure. So this is also occupied or surrounded, or this is also attached with the another particle. So the atom present at each corner, we are talking about these atoms. These are the atoms which are present at the corner. It contributes 1/8 to each cube because it is shared by 8 cubes. Now there are 8 atoms and at the corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 atoms are present at the corner. Thus the number of atoms present in each unit cell is equal to 8 corner. We have the 8 corners atoms multiply by 1/8. Why we have used here the 1/8? Because the atom present at each corner contribute 1/8 to each cube. So that is 1 atom. So the number of atom in the unit cell in case of the simple unit cell or the primitive unit cell, that is equals to the 1 atom. Now the next is the body centered unit cell. We have already count that simple or the primitive unit cell has 1 atom per unit cell. Now let us count the number of atom for the body centered unit cell. First of all, this is the structure for the body centered unit cell. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there are 8 particles or 8 atoms are present at the corner, and name it is body center, and 1 is present at the center of the body. So this is the structure for the body centered unit cell. This is a cubic structure for the body centered unit cell. Now it is clear from the figure that there are 8 atoms at the corner and each is shared by 8 unit cell. These are shared by 8 unit cell, so that the contribution of each atom at the corner is, that is 1 by 8. This is the contribution. And one atom is present at the center, but it was not shared with anybody else. There is no sharing with this because it is present inside the cube at the body, at the center of the body. So if we count the number of atom present in the unit cell is equal to 8 corner atoms, sharing is 1 by 8 atom, 1 that is 1 atom. This is the 1 atom. Now 1 atom is present here at the center of the cube, and it was not shared by anybody else. So total is this one plus this one, that is 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. So the body centered cubic unit cell has 2 atoms per unit cell. Now the next one is, this is the second one, and the third one is FCC, that is the face centered cubic unit cell. So now it means that face centered cubic cell means the 8 atoms are present at the corner, and this one is the structure. Now look at this, let us draw. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1 is at the every face. In this face 1, in this face 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this one is the, let us draw it, put it here. So every face has, every corner has 1 particle, 8 particles are present at the corner, and the rest of the 6 particles are present at each face of the cube. Now in the, it has all the corner as well as the center, each of the 6 faces, because it has the 6 faces, those 6 particle or atom are present at each face. And it is again it is clear from the figure that the atom present at the corner, it contribute 1 by 8 to each cube, and because it is shared by 8 cubes, and in addition there are 6 atoms at the face of the cube, and each is shared by 2 unit cell. Each is shared by 2 unit cell. Therefore the contribution of each atom at the faces, if each is shared by 2, that is 1 by 2, that is 1 by 2. Therefore the number of atom present at the corner, again the formula is same, 8 corners atom multiply by 1 upon 8 atom per unit cell is equal to 1. This is equal to 1, and the number of atom present at face is equal to 6 atoms where they are present at the face. 6 atom at the face multiply, each is shared by 2 unit cell, that is 1 by 2, so it is, that is 3. So now total is 1 plus 3 is equal to 4. So the total number of atom in FCC arrangement, that is the face centered arrangement, is 4, and the face centered cubic unit cell, FCC, C stands for the cubic unit cell. So the face centered cubic unit cell has 4 atom per unit cell. So these are the classification, how we count the number of the atom present in the primitive unit cell, we have already discussed. The second one is the body centered unit cell, and the third one is the face centered unit cell.